Wouldn't look under there, Captain. It's a mess. Entrails all pulled out. Looks like the guy was half eaten by an alligator.
It was just bad luck that it turned out this way for O'Malley. Then again, he was like a magnet for bad luck. But that didn't matter. He was my friend. We served together in the war. He was a good man before he turned to the bottle. So I'm going to find out who took away what was left of his miserable life, if it's the last thing that I do.
You got that sad face on again, Detective. What is it that you saw in that little pud knocker anyway?
That's none of your business. And I'll be the one asking the questions here. All you need to know is I owed him one. Poor bastard. He's down there in that freezer with his guts hanging out. He didn't deserve this.
You're a softie, you know that? A real softie. But I didn't think you had a thing for stiffs.
Shut your pie hole. In fact, take a seat on the couch over there with the others. We're gonna be here a while. As long as it takes for me to figure out what happened to poor old O'Malley down there.
As you say, Captain.
Don't you worry, pal. I'll find out who did this to you, and they'll get theirs. I guarantee it. Nobody makes a meal out of my buddy and gets away with it. Nora von Schwanstuper. She's one cool character, all right. Tough as nails with a classy chassis, just dying to empty your wallet. I wouldn't put it past her to be the one who did it. Clive Fauntleroy, a mid-level thug who runs a numbers racket. He says he's got some royalty in his bloodline. Yeah, sure. And Miller is the king of beers. Ivan Forsooth, what you might call the muscle in Clive's operation. I've had more interesting conversations with an oyster. And there's Lenny the Motzenberger, a sleazy loan shark who did a 5-year stretch upstate. Alexander Green, a West Side tattoo artist who sells stolen cigarettes out the back door. Another no-talent sleazebag. I've seen monkeys draw better pictures with their own crap. Then there's Rick Ford. Not much of a talker, but seems like the nicest of the bunch. Just a guy in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You were all the last people to see O'Malley alive before he got his brains scooped out like a bucket of ice cream. So I know one of you did it, and we're not leaving this room until I figure it out. Lenny, he was into you for what, 5, 6 large?
Detective, you are barking up the wrong tree. I'm clean as a whistle. By the way, before Lenny went toes up, he paid me back, so we are all square.
Well, what about him sleeping with your wife? I mean, that had to mean something, right?
Wait, O'Malley slept with my wife?
And what about you, Miss Schwanstuper? I understand that you had a real wild time with O'Malley just the other night.
Me with O'Malley? Yeah, that's a real big tickle. He bought me a drink, so I gave him one dance, big deal. Besides, he's quite the ducky shin cracker. You wouldn't see me hanging around a guy who couldn't rub 2 nickels together.
And, Mr. Green, understand O'Malley went on a bender and showed up at your tattoo parlor the other night. Asked for a little picture of his mom. Instead, ends up with his mom in a birthday suit knocking boots with a sailor. Maybe you thought he'd come back for a little revenge.
No, I wasn't worried one bit. His mom is dead. She'll never know. Must have been a real side splitter, though, when he woke up the next morning.
Hold on. Can we get back to the subject of O'Malley and my wife?
Quit whining, Mott's, and quit butting in. Sure, he slept with her. We all did while you were in the can. She was a pro at the backseat bingo. A real hot tamale.
Oh, yes. Very nice time indeed.
She certainly razzed my berries.
And what about you fellas? Ivan, you doing any dirty work for your boss?
Sorry to disappoint you, but Ivan and I had the pleasure of eating at the same restaurant that O'Malley was at the night he got his head hollowed out. That was about it. Other than that, we don't know the man.
Who ordered the pie? Here you go, pal.
There it was. A big, fat dead end. Nobody was cracking. I shouldn't have expected this to be easy. Sorry, O'Malley, old boy. I really let you down on this one.
Detective, I don't want to snap your cap, but can we get back to the subject of O'Malley and my damn wife?
Of course. It was you all along, Lenny. A real crime of passion. Because your wife's acting like a subway turnstile under the sheets for everybody else.
Are you saying there was more?
I'm saying, I'm taking you in.
Justice and revenge, mixed up like a chocolate malt. Cold and sweet.
Well, I guess you can all go.
Well, ain't you the Einstein of the bunch? Why, it's almost like you solved the whole case in 7 minutes.
But I hope you didn't mind spending a little bit of time with yours truly here.
Goodbye, fellas. So, Romeo, what's on your mind? Oh.
Why, Rick, you little lady killer, you.